Have you ever felt like you let someone down? So badly, you wondered if you could ever make it right? Maybe it was a friend, a family member, or even yourself. That heavy feeling of regret can weigh on your heart, making you question if things could ever be the same again. That's exactly where Peter found himself. He was overwhelmed by the sense that he had failed in the worst possible way. Picture this: Peter, a passionate follower of Jesus, standing near a flickering fire in the cold night air. He's anxious, his heart pounding, keeping his distance as Jesus is taken away by the authorities. The shadows dance across his face and fear grips him. Just hours before, Peter had boldly declared that he would never leave Jesus' side, no matter what happened. He was so sure of himself, so confident in his loyalty. But when the pressure is on, when the world feels like it's closing in, things can change in an instant. Suddenly, a servant girl recognizes him. She points and says, "This man was with Jesus." The words echo in the night, and all eyes turn to Peter. Panic flares up inside him. Peter blurts out, "I don't know him." One denial. His heart races, and shame begins to creep in. Then, another person points him out, questioning his loyalty. The pressure mounts. Again, Peter insists, "Man, I am not." Two denials. The fear of being associated with Jesus grows stronger. An hour passes. The tension doesn't fade. Someone else, certain of Peter's identity, says, "He's a Galilean. He must have been with Jesus." Peter, now desperately afraid for his own safety, cries out, "Man, I don't know what you're talking about." Three denials. The moment is heavy with finality. Right then, a rooster crows, piercing the silence of the early morning. Across the courtyard, Jesus turns and looks at Peter. Their eyes meet, and in that instant, everything changes for Peter. The weight of it all comes crashing down. Peter remembers Jesus' words, that he would deny him 3 times before the rooster crowed. The memory stings, and Peter is overwhelmed by guilt and sorrow. His heart breaks. He runs out into the darkness, weeping bitterly, feeling utterly alone and lost. Maybe you've been there too. Maybe you've felt that sting of regret, that sinking feeling that you've blown it. Big time. The shame can feel unbearable, and hope seems far away. But that's not the end of Peter's story. In fact, it's just the beginning of something new. After Jesus rises from the dead, he meets Peter again on a quiet shore. The sun is rising, the waves are gentle, and they share breakfast together, just the two of them. It's a moment of peace after the storm. Jesus looks at Peter and asks, "Simon, do you love me?" It's a question that cuts to the heart, inviting honesty and healing. Peter replies, "Yes, Lord, you know I do." His answer is full of emotion, remorse, hope, and longing for restoration. Jesus says, "Feed my lambs." He's inviting Peter back into purpose, back into relationship. 2 more times, Jesus asked Peter, "Do you love me?" Each time it's a chance for Peter to reaffirm his love and commitment. Peter, hurt but sincere, insists, "Lord, you know all things. You know that I love you." He's honest about his pain, but he's also honest about his love. Each time, Jesus gently tells Peter to feed and take care of his sheep. It's not just forgiveness, it's a calling to something greater. It's not just forgiveness, it's restoration. Jesus is rebuilding what was broken, giving Peter a fresh start. Jesus gives Peter a purpose, a mission. He reminds him, failure isn't the end. In fact, it can be the beginning of a new chapter. With Jesus, there's always a way back. No matter how lost you feel, there's hope for a new beginning. So when you feel like you've fallen too far, remember Peter. Remember that even the deepest regret can be met with grace. Remember that the same Jesus who restored Peter is ready to restore you. He sees your pain, your regret, and he offers you a fresh start. No matter how many times you've stumbled, Jesus says, "Follow me. Your story isn't over." With him, restoration and new purpose are always possible.